Hello and welcome to Hey Fee. I have some really awesome letters this week that I was reading through and I got the giggles, and I don't know if I should be laughing at this, but I'm laughing because I understand, right? But I think my favorite, I have to read this, is what do you do about these temper tantrums, meltdowns? Because I'm all out of tequila and wine. Come on. I feel ya. I feel you on the whole wine thing. Tequila, hell no. I'm going to answer that actually. So tantrums are like awful and meltdowns are awful. And I don't know where you're at. It doesn't say how old your kid is, but it depends on everything. It depends on what the trigger is. And the trigger could be like sensory, like sound, touch. It could be something like they've just thought of from like that they've remembered from a while ago that triggered them. So we don't know the triggers, like we don't know it, and it depends on the child. And it could be like they've just got a sensitive heart, and that's great. You don't want to, discourage that one. We need more kids with sensitive hearts, but I say get your behavioral therapist on it. They'll give you a piece of paper and it will be like, what was happening? And it'll be like, is it transitioning from putting your shoes on, getting dressed, school, food, going from one room to the other? Were they wearing the same clothing at the same time? Like, figure out the triggers, and I promise you these meltdowns and tantrums will get less and less. Like, I promise you, because I have seen it from River giving me PTSD from screaming and tantruming all the time when he was a bit younger to now figuring this out, and he still has them. They're not going to go away 100%, I don't think, unless there's a miracle. I'd say stick with wine instead of tequila. Tequila's a bit rough. I'm a red wine person. But yeah, I'd say go to the shops, get yourself some wine, and then figure this out. Don't quote me on that. But definitely get your behavioral therapist in on it and try and figure it out, narrow it down what these triggers are. Narrow it down. And I promise you that these meltdowns and these tantrums will get less and less, but it's not going to get less straight away. Like, it's going to take time. So there is my 2 cents on that one. Don't drink too much wine. I was kidding about that. Like, I do drink wine, but try and lay off the wine too. So, but I know you understand. I know you need it because you need to relax and whatever. It's coming into spring, so try to get outdoors instead. But if you need a glass of red, put the kids to bed, grab a glass of red, stay in the quiet, just be and have time for yourself. That's really important. But really try and figure out these triggers with a behavioral consultant. Okay? Cheers, if this was wine, but it's not.